already, then we'll hop straight into it as we go for a bit of time. So, last session, you guys spent a long rest in Killian the Shifter's hideout, discussing various plans and testing various things you'd found on your adventure so far in the Feywild. In the morning, as you awoke, Griffin found his skin turned a bright crimson red. Galahad found he'd grown a small set of antlers upon his forehead, and Damia's eyes turned a sort of bright glowing gold colour. Felix and Carmen seemed pretty much unaffected by the Fairwild's magic, however. That morning, then, you set off on your journey towards the Chorus Grove, and what a journey it was. Whilst travelling, you helped put a pumpkin person's head back into place, you flighted to the Fey Flower, you criticised some caroling Kenku, joked at the shrine of the Jester, and perambulated around a perplexing path. All of this to finally end up in the Chorus Grove. When you arrived, you met the two great oaks, Rhythm and Rhyme, who argued as to whether you should use old or the new password that the mother said. In the end, you convinced them that the old password was good enough, and after giving it, you were allowed inside, and this is where we pick up this session. So, as you all head into the garden, the first thing you would notice is that it is rather unlike anything Killian described it at all. You remember Killian described it as a garden where everything was put in its place. But it's not this neatly tended and prismatically organised series of gardens that you expected, no. It seems in Killian's absence it's become something else entirely. The path ahead is skewered by towering foliage, their leaves lush and verdant, interwoven with delicate tendrils and vines that reach out like eager fingers over the path. Every step you take is accompanied by the rustle of leaves, an occasional chirp of hidden creatures amongst the foliage. Moss-covered stones and fallen branches litter the ground, evidence of the garden's untamed wilderness. Bright bursts of colour envelop the sea of greenery, wildflowers in all manner of colours, from red to blue and green to gold, their petals swaying gently in the breeze, which gives off a sort of low humming noise. Butterflies flit from flower to flower, their wings shimmering like stained glass. As you begin to step forward into this space, the air is thick with the sort of earthy scent of damp soil and rich vegetation, as well as this enchanting sweet aroma of the many flowers that cover this landscape. Despite its wild and untamed nature, there is a bit of a beauty to the garden, and a sense of tranquility in the overwhelming chaos. Despite all this, you push on through this space. You're all fairly high-level characters. You've all got weapons. You can cut through the sort of foliage and things, no problem. And you follow a path that nature is in the process of reclaiming. The journey is littered with great roots of trees and large plants that have bloomed in the stone cracks. At first, you think the path must go on forever, or maybe that you've once again gone in circles with the miasma of plant life seems to be pretty much never-ending. But you hear the sound of sort of trickling water nearby in a sort of creek. But eventually you do find a break in the path, and ahead of you appears a large ravine. The water in this sort of creek sort of trickles down into this large ravine. And as you look down, you can see it's at least sort of maybe about sort of 200 feet height, this ravine. Luckily, there is a large wooden bridge that does go over this ravine. It seems the bridge is created from sort of twisting tree trunks that have grown between the gap in the ravine. Mushrooms, flowers, and all masses of lichen grow over the bridge, making it a rather colourful yet strange sight. Otherwise, you could spend, it would be a little while. The Chorus Grove seems to be much larger than many of you anticipated. It would take you a while to have to walk around it, but you certainly could do. Or you could simply cross this bridge, which is maybe about 90 feet across. You're crossing the bridge, going round. Is there anything anyone would like to do at this point?
Carmen, can you go across the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a kind boy.
Yeah. So
And before we move, can we just like take a look around, see if there's anyone here, anyone like watching the bridge on the other side, that sort of thing? There'd be like a watcher. Are there any
make me,
lookouts?
yeah, whoever wants to sort of be doing that job and having a bit of a look at, make me a perception check.
I reckon we'll go with mine.
Right. Yeah, you guys are the sort of best at perception. But as obviously, everyone's, you're just saying, Carmen, go over the bridge. Carmen, you turn and you look towards the bridge. I imagine fully ready to just walk across, as your new friends have asked. But as you look across, you can see in the canopy just on the other side figures beginning to push forward. Figures clearly sort of not walking, seemingly almost flying through this space, but slowly in an almost, I guess, angelic manner, as they're sort of just fluttering through. And as you stop and wait, before you step onto the bridge, you can see these creatures begin to emerge from the canopy. It seems to be 3 humanoids, with each with skin made from sort of different shades of tree bark, simple robes over their person, and strange horns that rise from their foreheads. Each one's horns are different, and from behind them, within their skulls, you can see a strange glow, as if this like top dome of their skulls are open to reveal a bright light within. Each one also bears a large set of butterfly wings on their back, sort of mesmerizing patterns upon them. The first to step out, or I say fly out, is a tall male figure, physique of a titan, with horns that almost resemble great stag antlers. The second to emerge is a feminine figure, tall, with angular features, and a sense of superiority as she looks upon your group. Her horns, too, are angular and rise like that of a fiend. The final individual is pretty much the least imposing of the 3, a shorter figure, maybe like 5 feet tall, also feminine, with a small, seemingly like bright yellow bird in her hand that she seems to be stroking and giggling with, not really paying attention to where people are going. In fact, she would probably go the wrong direction if it wasn't for the other female sort of grabbing her and pulling her to the side. You'd almost think she looks much younger than the other 2, almost in her teens, with horns that are sort of curved and complex and split behind her head. And as you look upon them, you remember Killian's description of the individuals he called the triplets, and that other people have called the triplets. This could, and is probably, them. As Clyman, you step forward a little bit, and everyone else has stood back, you can see these triplets. They're about 90 feet away from you. And I will actually quickly just stick you on here. So, this is the map in question. This is the bridge in question. If you want to zoom out, you can see the triplets. I would recommend looking at the tokens for them because the art is awesome. But as they sort of approach, I would actually probably say on a little bit more of a configuration like this, where I'd probably say that the taller male and taller female are forward, whereas the sort of shorter one is at the back. The male sort of stands, like they all sort of drop to the ground. The male stands fairly sort of stoic and sort of crosses his arms, whereas the taller female begins to speak. At first, she speaks in a language you don't understand, then in another language none of you understand, and another. And finally, she says, "Please tell me you understand this language."
She's speaking.
Pardon?
What's she speaking? What language?
She's now speaking common. The other 2 languages, you have no idea what she's speaking.
Okay.
But she's not speaking common.
Yes, barely, but yes, we can speak this language.
Understandable for inferiors such as yourself. Tell me,
+3 to my intelligence, actually.
What are you all doing in the Chorus Grove? Those damn trees let you in, didn't they? Bumbling fools. You will need to cut them down, brother. They have failed us yet again. The taller male just sort of grunts.
Can I
No.
just point out, if you leave the password to enter anywhere a riddle, then any sort of reasonably intelligent person can figure that out. It's not very secretive. It's a riddle. A password would have been better. Or maybe just guards that don't let people in.
I did try and tell that to my mother, but she seemed to think there was a game in it all. Cannot say I agree, but there we go. Who are you and why are you here? Let's get this over with.
We are the Guardians of Ambyr.
What? You are Guardians of Ambyr?
Yes.
Guardians of Stone?
No, Ambyr is a place on a different plane.
I see.
And
Right.
we are here on behalf of Killian the Shifter. And as I said, I just sort of slightly unhinged my act.
Yeah, and as you say that, the figure in front sort of reaches behind him and he grabs, seeming like this branch, like essentially it just looks like a stick, like sort of maybe about that long, like the equivalent of like a sort of quadruple-handed, like sword hilt or whatever. And he doesn't do anything with it. He just sort of grabs it and holds it in his hands, out in front of him. The shorter female sort of looks up near. Oh, they said the K word as this little bird flies away. And the smaller female goes, "You're here on behalf of Killian."
Yes.
Well, technically we're here on behalf of the Raven Queen, I thought, who sent us to see Killian.
Yeah, I mean, that is like a longer extension of a story they probably don't care about.
We know not of any queen of ravens. And we already knew you were here on behalf of Killian. The wind told us.
Ah, damn it. Shouldn't have told the wind.
The wind, everyone thinks it's stinging, but it's in fact speaking through these lands, whispering its secrets to those within the grove. What we can't quite figure out, however, is why individuals like you would be helping Killian. Rounders don't come to this plane very often, and he's not known for speaking with your kind very. Why? What does Killian want? Something you need. I assure you there is nothing neither you or Killian can find in this grove.
No, but you understand how business works. We scratch Killian's back, he scratches ours.
I see. Let me guess. The thing he wants you to get is some kind of crown, maybe?
Was that it? Was that all we were looking after? I thought we were just here to kick ass.
Yes, it was.
Yes, yeah.
The crown we rightfully won from him?
Well, maybe we're here to win it back.
Not quite how the game works. It's not played with, well, whatever you are.
Would you not
Seriously?
consider that you are the same as us? You represent the interests of an individual, and so do we.
As you mentioned that, the brother sort of like, you can see, if his skin was like our skin, his knuckles would be going almost like white over this branch as he grips it. Sort of looks at you. We are not quite like you, but I suppose you make a decent point. You are here on behalf of Killian, that I can understand, and I'm sorry to have to tell you you're going to have to leave empty-handed. We won. You can tell Killian. The mother won the crown. We won the crown. Fair and square, as per the rules dictated and set about. He cheated, therefore he loses.
Yeah, it's because we're from a different plane. We tend to play by our own rules.
As should be expected. Are you going to leave, or aren't you?
Nope.
Not likely. What we need is quite important.
Galahad draws his sword.
Oh, boy!
As Galahad draws his sword, you can see just the faintest smirk come over the dude as he sort of shakes the branch, and suddenly all these swirling patterns alight over the tree branch, and this blade that is easily as tall as him, and he's a good like 7 feet tall, this huge claymore of pure light energy erupts from the end of the branch. And the younger girl behind sort of just looks and, oh, I like this bit. And the sort of taller female figure, oh, guess we haven't had any exercise today, have we, siblings? Let's teach these individuals how things are done here. And with that, I think we'll roll some initiative, gents.
Oh, boo.
Galahad's going first.
Right, chart over ahead.
Ooh, okay.
Wouldn't be better because I'm going last.
Jesus Christ. You're at the front, Kyman, you haven't said a word, and you're
Yeah,
probably
Simon-
staring at some mushroom
I mean,
somewhere.
technically, you're like there.
Jesus Christ.
I'm imagining the layout to be a little bit more like this, where Kyman's like stood at the front, and then oh god, guys, this hasn't gone well.
The reptile talks without moving its mouth.
Like, Kyman was just kept turning around, like his whole body, so he's just kind of dizzy.
Who's talking?
Eventually, Kyman literally just turned around and started facing the guys as well. Like, I might as well look at you. In contrast to you guys, they have rolled an 18, a 19, and a 16 on their initiative. They all roll exceptionally well, and that's without any modifiers so far. So, we're gonna put the initiative tracker over there, and it's gonna be in very, very big font. And we're gonna go Felix, then actually, I'm going to do the individual ones just because I think that'll be a lot easier. Then we have who's next up? God, have you done? Oh no, yeah, he goes right after you.
I bet when you rolled a 5, Luke, you didn't think you'd be going second in our group.
Absolutely not.
Fantastic. So that is the initiative order as it stands. It's just right next to there on the thing. So as we kick things off, Felix, you are first. Each sort of creature over the other side begins to look like they're about to do something, and you can hear the sounds of your friends, like blades being drawn and beginning to move. You can tell combat's on. What are you going to do?
Okay, I will. I need a bit of room. I can't move my token, by the way, Ben.
Beans.
I will step up and pull out. What's the range on that? Yeah, plenty of range on that. pull out hour and minute, and I can move now. Perfect. I will point them across the bridge and say, education is useful, but I think we need to slow down, and I will cast slow on them all.
Okie dokie. Let me just check one thing.
Lean over to Galahad and say, I love that little man, but his insults need work. So do yours. After that game of what's it called, flighting, your insults need some real work.
Yes, so you can see the call of female Cathilian. She begins, like, you can tell she was probably about to go cast a spell, but then something almost switches in her hands and she shifts them around and just gives this sharp note. Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Plus,
you would have advantage because it's a magical effect.
16 plus 3 from Galahad. 19.
19. Check, because I think that is literally exactly what you need. Yes, that is exactly what you need. Your spell goes off. So these people need to make con saves, is it, or whiz
They need to
saves?
make wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves. All right. So, they are Fey. Which has the magic resistance and some bonuses. We'll pull that up in a second. All right. So Cathilian, the tall female passes, and then I'll just roll. Gwydion.
DC 18.
Gwydion also passes. But the girl at the back fails, unfortunately. So you've managed to get her, so she is slowed. The other two, however, did
She
pass.
has half speed, -2 AC,
Snail.
-2 AC and dexterity saving throws, can't use reactions. On its turn, it gets either an action or a bonus action or both. Can't make more than one melee or ranged attack. If it attempts to cast a spell, it has to roll a d20.
What was that? If it tries to cast a spell,
If it
it
tries
needs
to
to
cast
roll
a
a
spell, it has to roll a
d20.
d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. A creature affected by the spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of their turns.
That
is there only one of the three that was affected?
Yeah.
So sorry, Ben, just for reference to it. So who's at the back?
So yes. So back you've got Cerulean, the shorter,
The crazy one.
the crazy one, and up front you've got Cathilian, who is the seemingly, just smarter of the and obviously Gwydion, who is badass sword guy.
Oh, he ain't seen a badass sword guy. He's standing to my left.
No one.
Oh, yeah.
I beg you don't die immediately. At least give it a good little go.
2 swings.
Also, I was talking about Damien.
Finished.
That's all.
Right. Is that everything, Felix? Or
Bonus action, I'm going to... Which one to do first? Blade Song.
Blade Song? Right.
Got to try a little tenderness.
Fantastic. Blade Song goes off. Next up is going to be Gwydion, who is going to go. 25, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yep, easily up to there. You see suddenly like this smirk grows into a full smile. His butterfly wings sort of like envelop back with him, and he darts over towards Kaiman and is going to make some strikes against Kaiman because he can.
Take one for the team, Carmen.
He's so let me just grab his thing. So 2 of those attacks on that, right?
Just think,
so.
Carmen. He's just coming to bonking range. That's all he's done.
I mean, I drop so much in.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing you a favour. Just forget about this bit.
This
All favours have a price.
efficient combat.
Yeah.
As he charges forward, the first attack you're able to very easily block with your shield. It's telegraphed very, very easily. The second attack is a 25 to hit. Shield? Shielding. All right. Simon uses shield as skill. Shield appears before him. And then can you make me a dexterity saving? As he makes these 2 attacks, they clang into your shield. He then sort of drops to the ground and spin picks your ankle, knocking you prone. So you're now knocked prone. You're on the ground, and then he's going to, as a bonus action, fly back over there. You do get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage because you've been knocked over.
Yeah. I'm gonna bite him.
Get that toe, boy.
You're gonna bite him. That's plus.
That's fine.
Yeah, plus 5, so 24. He's going to use his reaction to use parry and riposte. So he gets to add 6 to his AC. And if it misses, or if it then misses, what? Does it say if it misses? Primarily concealed target. After the attack hits or misses. Oh, okay. Well, that's convenient. He then gets to make an attack against you. So unfortunately, as you go to bite him, slashes down at your slashes sort of down at your mouth, just not really cutting it for any damage. But then he brings his blade down pretty much on your head for second attack, and that's going to be a 27 to hit, which I think does that hit? I think that is exactly what he needs to hit.
Yeah.
What's your AC with shield?
I think it's 27.
Yeah.
Where's the shield?
So what, you got 22 pace?
Yeah.
That is really annoying.
14.
It says shield 1.
Yes, you get 1 free use of it a day, and then after that, it uses your spell slots.
So did that also use a? Yeah, that would have used a Oh no, that's a reaction.
Yes, so shield. Oh yes, so shield is your. Never mind then, because shield was your reaction, so you don't get to make an opportunity. So you don't get hit. He just flies away. Which is good because you rolled very, very well on the damage. Yeah, he just sort of flies back to the beginning. Then we're going to go to Cathilian, who is going to look up a spell I should have looked up earlier. I've got so many tabs open, man.
I was just reading back through my notes, and I've written cerulean as sirloin, like the steak. How to cook her like one.
Yeah. So so on her turn, you watch as suddenly from sort of next to the around the side of the trunk of the tree, all sorts of bugs and creatures, a lot of the kind you've never seen before. Others are very similar to the ones that you've gotten our world sort of begin to form this horrid 20-foot radius circle all around this area as she casts instantly. Can I get everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw? I believe you make it now, or is it beginning of the turn? When the area appears, each creature in it must make a con saving throw or take some damage. So, gonna get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please. 20-foot radius.
Fun save, yeah.
Yes, please. Radius is yes.
If I'm prone on my back and my tower shield is covering me, I'm like a little bunker.
But these are very tiny insects that are still
Let him have it, Ben.
into your space.
Let the man have it.
Well, you are a little bunk. So that's going to be centered around there. Right. So that's going to be a pass from Kleiman, fail from Felix.
Oh,
Fail
plus-
from
19
pluses?
with Galahad's bonus.
19 with Galahad's bonus. Right. Then that is a pass from pretty much all of you then. Except for Galahad. Galahad, you will take the full Monty.
What's the pass mark? No.
Pass mark was 19.
Oh, right, okay. Can get you there. I feel like you might be on 17 because of my extra. I don't know if that's how it works, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. So whichever one of you's the better charisma, so it would be 17, unfortunately.
Who's got the better charisma?
15, 15, 23, 27. So Galahad, you take what damage type is it? I think it's 27 points of piercing damage. Everyone else takes half that, which is 13.
Do we have
How much did Galahad take?
Galahad takes 27.
Yeah.
Everyone else takes 13.
13. Okay.
Did we have any fight last session?
No, not in between a long rest, no.
Oh,
Last
okay.
thing you got fought was the frog Hemus.
Because so I don't think I pressed long rest because I've got 107.
Make sure you click that.
Sorry, but did you say it was 20? How much?
27.
Right, bro.
That is indeed rough, bro. And I'm gonna stick a little ticking clock right there. And she's going to just move sort of back here. Way behind us. As she doesn't really like being seen. And then finally we have Cerulean. Now she unfortunately has the slow. So what can she do? I would count. That's technically not a spell, but it also technically is a spell. I'm going to count it as a spell. In which case, I'm going to say that. That's one action. Yeah, she's going to start casting a spell.
To roll a d20.
She does need to. For the fun of it, Jojo, why don't you roll me this d20?
Okay. 9.
9.
It's lost.
It is lost. Is it lost, or does she need
So
to
on
cast
an
it
11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. That is all it says.
I see. Then yes, the spell is lost. Which is a shame because that would have been funny. Never mind. But in which case she just sort of looks at Goody and just goes, "Oh, this is trippy." And she's going to just hide behind this big old flower over here. Cool. Then we go to Galahad. Galahad, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? As the first time you enter the space on your turn, give it a save. That one does, in fact, pass. So you only take 12. That's 20, 27 again, half to 13. You take 13 points of piercing damage if you're in the insect plague. And this whole space that I've marked in blue here is difficult terrain, so it's half speed to move anywhere in it. What would you like to do? If you're surrounded in all these bugs trying to climb up and over you, and horrible. Ben's worst nightmare.
I just need to quickly Google a spell.
Giggity Google.
Not going to use that. Okay, I'm going to 10, 15. So it's half speed, half movement, isn't it?
Half speed, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll take an action to just move myself out of it.
Yeah. Remember, you do have that pair of boots that, as a bonus action, you can jump like 20 feet, so long as you pass an athletics check. If you still wanted your action for something, that is.
Can I do that?
Yeah. So make me an athletics check. I think the DC is 15.
Quite good at least. Oh, you are joking me! You're joking. Yeah.
Not the lowest you can roll is a 12.
You go to jump, but unfortunately, the bugs and everything, you manage to squelch on some and slip, and it doesn't work out for you. But as your action, you can still push yourself through this mass of bugs. Anything else on your turn, or is that pretty much it?
That's it.
Cool. Up is Griffin. Griffin, what you doing? Oh, con save, please.
Yes.
It seems
Oh,
like the spell
shit.
hits you twice before you can do anything, Ben.
Pardon?
It's odd that the spell hits you twice before you can do anything.
It says, when the area appears, each creature must make a con save. A creature takes 40-10 piercing damage on a failed save, half as much on a success. The creature must also make this save when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or ends its turn. So, when the area appears, take the damage. When you go down the first time in your turn, which is when you start your turn there, which is you're in it, you take the damage.
Sounds like a big fuck you from Ben.
To be fair,
We haven't entered it though, so shouldn't it be at the end of the turn?
You have entered it because you're already in it.
Yeah, so we're already in it. We haven't entered it on this turn. Surely the damage that you take when you're in it is you entering it.
I'd be inclined to agree. I want to take back my 13 hit
Because I
points.
think the wording on that is similar to stuff like Spirit Guardians, which would be like you could just like activate it and walk onto someone, and then they take the damage, and then they take the damage when their turn begins, and so they're taking multiple sets of damage before they can respond.
I'm going to quickly consult the gods. General Severe area for the first time. It will potentially take damage up to twice since the O2's. It will potentially take up to twice. General release to trap this spells more powerful than indeed. I'm looking for any more advice on it. But the first thing that's come up says it does do what I've said, but I do get you guys concerned, as it does make a lot of things very, very weird.
That's cool. I mean, I just it feels rough that I'm going to take damage twice before I can, like get a turn into response. So, but yeah,
It does.
you the DM, so like happy to roll that, and then we can figure it out later on rather than spending time looking stuff up.
Yeah, I'm just going to read this one thing because I think this might be a not necessarily like a full D&D answer, but one people seem to agree with. I think I'm going to got that. Yeah, you know, I'm going to say for now, actually, Galahad, give yourself 13 HP back. I'm going to say.
Okay.
Corners. Yeah, give yourself 13 HP back because that does seem very, very acceptable.
Sick
I'll
Christmas.
look up. I'll look up that. I'll look up that ruling in the break. So never mind about the con save, Griffin. What would you like to do?
I will. I'll move up here. That's 10 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look at my little gnomish friend.
Yep.
I'll say, "Could I offer you a ride, my bearded pal?"
Yeah, anything to get these bugs out of my teeth.
Okay, and I will use one charge from Weed Cleaver to cast Dimension Door. Well,
Okay.
and I will use sorcery points to make that a bonus action.
Okay.
And so we end up. If you end up just in front of me, Felix. And then as we like pop into existence, I'm just going to look at. This is Gwydion, isn't it?
This is Gwydion.
I'm just going to, as I sort of come round to flank him, I'll just shout at him, "No one hits my new crocodile friend." And I'm going to strike him twice with Weed Cleaver.
Okie dokie.
I hope that's even half, brother. 28.
He admitted it. He admitted it with friends.
28 does hit, but before you hit him, he's going to use his parry and riposte to actually hit you. He ups his AC by 6, but that doesn't make it. So actually, I would probably say that you would hit him first. So go ahead and roll the damage on that one.
13. And then we smiting.
We smite him.
I always forget. 4th level's the highest, isn't it? That's 5d8.
4th level is 5d8, yeah.
Did someone say ow?
Ow.
Oh, that is not ow. That is ooh.
That is not very much ow at all. So that's 13 plus 14, which is 20. I can do maths. 27. Like 27 damage going around today. It's a bit weird. Yeah, you appear, hack into his side the first time. He then gets to try and you for a 32.
Yeah, that hits.
Right, now here's where I need some dice.
Oh dear.
Right. 1. So that's 13, 18, 17, 14, 6. You take 32 points of force damage. Yes, take 32 points of force damage, and your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
And did the one that was affected by my slow make a save on their turn at the end of their turn?
Oh, no, they didn't.
Just
Good point. Still slow.
Well, say 32, Ben, yeah?
32 points of force damage, yes, as you cleave into his side. He almost doesn't seem to really care or feel it that much, as he then just goes immediately for his attack. Like in a video game where you hit the boss as they're hitting you at the same time. You still get your other attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Stood. I'll strike him again. 25.
25. Now I just need to look some up, because does it increase for that attack or just everything? against one melee attack. So yes, that does hit.
14, and then 4 smites. Because if he keeps hitting like that, I don't know how much I'm going to be alive for. 18.
18.
So 32 damage. Oh, I can do it back, bitch.
Yeah, two pretty decent hits there. He certainly sort of looks at you almost with a little bit of a confusion, like, wait, you're not meant to be hitting me this hard. But yeah, nicely done. Anything else on your turn, Griffin?
There's a bonus action that move. Yeah, that's everything.
Cool.
I'll shout at Felix to do something good.
Before we do Felix, Galahad, we kind of forgot Damien. So what do we do him?
Also, don't forget Carmen before you do me.
Yes, of course.
Let's not forget anyone.
I meant to say, my brain's dead today.
You were right.
Damien's just gonna move out, use his action to
Use his action to push out.
Yeah.
Cool. Kaiman, your turn. So you're on the ground. So you're going to need to use half your movement speed to get up to your feet. So that's 15 feet of movement to get up onto your feet.
And then, and then I'll use, what was it, run?
Dash.
Dash, that's it.
Dash to push out. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. I think you've still got about. Yeah, I was going to say you've still got a bunch of movement.
I'm coming.
You're coming. Cool. Then we go back to the beginning of the round with Felix. Felix, your turn.
Okay. All right. So I've got our minute out, and I'm going to start with a green flame blade at this boy. In
All right,
front
roll
of
the hit.
me. Say 24 to hit.
24 to hit. He is going to use his reaction to parry and riposte.
This guy's I can't. I said it.
Some of you may be thinking, wait, Ben, it's not his turn yet. I know it's not his turn yet. You were warned he was a very fast fighter. So that does still hit.
2 reactions.
So roll the damage on that.
Okay, so he takes that much short sword damage and 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Right, so that's 14 damage in total. Cool. And then he's going to try and whack you one, which is going to be a 28.
Beg your pardon.
Pardon?
28 to hit you.
28. Okay, well, I didn't want to use this early, but I'm gonna use my reaction to invoke my cloud rune to make him target the one behind the
Big old room.
the big old
Yeah,
shroom,
these big things are mushrooms. I was a bit confused at first because they kind of just look like splodges. Yes, so a 28 will definitely hit her. So I'd better roll some damage against her, I guess. Damn fucking gnomes messing with my fae. Okay, that's good. That's great. 2 max damage, 2 minimum damage, and 1 very middling. Cool. So that's 8, 14, 17, 20, 25 damage to her, which I'd say is pretty good for a reaction. Cool. That's your turn.
Who did that go on to? Sorry.
That went on to the lady back here. She doesn't
Sirloin.
save Cathilian, actually. And yeah, she fails the. What's the con save she would need to make? 25 is 12. Actually, she passes.
Okay, I'm gonna make a second attack. 20
Go.
to hit.
20 to hit him. Yeah, that's him.
Okay, that is 7 damage. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to make an offhand attack for 28 to hit, which is 8 damage to him.
Do you have the two-handed fighting style?
Yes, I do.
Cool. It's been a while.
And then I'm going to action surge and hit him again.
Ask for big things, and he's provided. Griffin sheds a tear of joy.
I've cast a cantrip, so I can
You
cantrip
can have
again.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
you can again.
I'm gonna green flame blade him again. That's a 13. That's probably not gonna hit.
15 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, so
Are you doing his advantage?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Tell you what.
Are you joking? Crit fish on all of them now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So first one doesn't crit. Second one doesn't crit.
Doesn't crit.
Dagger. The dagger does crit.
The dagger does crit. There we go. So
that
roll me.
8 become. That 8 just needs an extra d4. So there's 2 extra damage in there.
Roll counts.
And then the one that missed will roll again.
Oh,
Still
what
misses.
the hell?
And then my second attack on the action surge turn, 20 is it 25 to hit?
25 does hit.
Okay, so one more stab for an 11.
Galahad, everyone else has seen Felix fight, but Galahad hasn't really seen him in his full capacity. And you watch this quite old, like fairly old looking gnome, very, very smart dude, suddenly just absolutely unleashed on Gwydion. After all these attacks, so he's been quivering just 1 foot off the ground. After all these attacks, he is sort of forced to land on the ground a little bit. He's certainly been kind of battered by all of this.
How is he looking?
He's still looking good. He's still looking fine. He's just been absolutely whacked for 1 turn. I'm no longer hovering. And he does sort of take this deep gasp, being he says to his companion as he moves over. Anything else on your turn, Felix?
That's
Or
me
is
all
that
done.
sweet? Next up, Gwydion's turn.
I see fields of red, blood everywhere.
Yes. So Gwydion is going to. Which one would be good? That's very, very good question. Very good question. Yeah, fuck it. He's just gonna make one attack against both of them. Because screw y'all. He is, however, gonna move here because that seems thing he should do. So against you, Griffin, that is sadly only going to be a 14. But against Felix, that is going to be a 24.
Oh, that just hits.
Just hits.
That's annoying.
Giant shield.
I use my reaction on the cloud rune.
Yes. I mean, that makes sense, but it's still irritating.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good because I avoid a hit and it deals damage to someone else.
You take 28 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to. Yeah, in terms of one hitters, Griffin is the more worrisome target, so he's going to force Griffin to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a magical effect.
This is not a magical effect. You don't have advantage on magical effects, you only have advantage on spells.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, an 8, you are not prone. And then he is going to fly up. So you both get an attack of opportunity, but Griffin goes with the stuff.
I like a challenge. 17.
17 misses. A 22 would hit if he didn't use his reaction to parry and riposte, as that works. So that your attack unfortunately misses, and he's going to get a reaction to try and whack you again. But you're lucky as he rolls a natural 1. As he's a little, maybe not quite used to fighting fighters of your size. And so he's managed to parry it, swings, but you barely need to like duck your head.
That's all about to exchange.
And he was going to fly 60 feet straight in the air. So he's not flying. And then I'll move Billy in a second. I'm just going to put a flying symbol on him. Is there a good one? Yeah, fucking angel symbol. Cool. Cathilian is going to. What's she going to do? She's concentrating on that spell, which is rather effective, but maybe there's another spell that she could do. Yes, I think that. Yeah, so she's going to turn. Oh, which going to do it all? Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, she's gonna do it against you. So
Do they all have wings, Ben?
they all do have butterfly wings, yes.
Okay.
And that is shown as Cathilian, the seemingly smarter of the three, flies up over the top of this mushroom, which is like sort of 10 feet tall, looks down over towards you, Griffin, and begins twisting the air in front of her into a spell, as it seems like there's this strange sort of miasma that's trickling through heat that begins to spin around.
Do I recognise the start of the spell?
No, you do not.
She started casting it, or she's about to cast it.
She's started casting it. Are you counterspelling?
Is she within 60 feet of me?
She is within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, why not? It's a good use of reaction. I'll counterspell it.
Okie dokie. She's going to try and use her ability, which is Fey counterspell, which isn't like a spell counterspell, but it's Fey counterspell. So can you make me a charisma saving throw? You should probably be quite good at these. Yes, a 33, believe it or not, does it.
Just give her a wink as she does it, and she gets thrown off her game.
What level are you casting counterspell?
Oh god, probably third, just one charge.
Third? That's fine. Spells counter.
And she flew up in the air to do that, yeah?
Yeah, up in the air. And then she drops back down. As she sort of like the spell gets counted, and you can just see this. Then Cerulean is going to. Now she's the tricky one. Oh, yeah. Fuck it. So she's going to use her action to. No, I would still say, even though this isn't a spell in a traditional sense, it's technically like a Feywild magic spell. So JJ, go ahead and roll me a d20.
And it fails again.
10 fails again.
I'm glad you're getting all your low rolls out on this, JJ.
She is not having a good time as she begins sort of like raising her hand. She's like, guys, this is stop being funny now. as that's all going on, then we have Galahad.
Make a save, Ben.
Oh yes, she can make a save. Please,
Wisdom
dear
18.
God. Wisdom 18. She rolled 17 plus 7.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. There we go. She's no longer slowed. She sort of
That's it.
oh God. Whatever those are. Go ahead. To you, my dude.
Okay.
Galahad thinking.
I'm quite far away.
Do you have action surge?
Yeah, I'm just debating if I use it. I think I will.
It will get you. You can get within range and then still have 2 hits.
Okay, I'll move there. Use my action surge. Go separate.
Do your boots count as are they like a single use thing? Or can you use them all the time?
I honestly don't know.
I think in my notes I had it that you can use them all the time, but I will just confirm.
And is it a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action to use them.
This is a fun thing about coming back to characters who haven't played for a little bit. You look at all the items that we've got, especially on Ben Custom Made, and you're like, what does that do again? How does it actually work?
And it's very interesting going back through my notes, trying to find the notes on those things, being like, oh, what? Where? Why? Do you remember where you got?
No. To be honest, I'd forgotten I had them. So
That's a fair point. I think now that I think about it, you get three uses of it a day.
Alright.
Because
So-
Ben's just decided that to speed this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you have another use of it a day if you were like 3 uses a day. Fuck it, that's what I'm saying right now.
Alright. And I can jump 20 feet.
You can jump 20 feet in any direction.
There.
Boing. Galahad uses his bonus action to jump 20 feet. Right over there.
And I will slice and dice.
Slice and dice.
So you didn't have to action surge.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, that's good.
It's Evan. Yeah, you run up to this. You run and then leap, land. As you land, you slap. Roll the damage.
Shall
Is there a smite in there, or is there not a smite in there?
I? Third level smite.
Third level smite. Go for it.
How many Ds?
That is
All of
all
them.
of these.
4 D8, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
We
pretty
probably
good.
shouldn't be.
Christ, that
thinking
was better than
4D
all of my
is-
5
This
days.
is a thing that looks like a teenager.
Sorry.
Probably should be saying 4Ds when this is a thing that looks like a teenage girl.
Ah,
Um,
You made that, Ben. No one was
Yeah.
thinking that until you said it.
no, someone else said it.
No.
I
Luke,
just-
Luke whipped the D's out, that's what I'm saying.
So that's 14 plus 24 is 38. Yeah, honestly, yeah, 38. Yeah, you slash down on this thing there. Ah!
And I'm
Roger.
gonna slap again.
Slapper slaps again. 19, I believe, does just hit, yes.
And another third level smite. Good.
Brilliante.
Boom.
That's the third level smite. 9, 14, 23 points of damage on her. Nicely done.
And that's the end of Galahad's turn.
Cool.
Damien's going to move up.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just checking his character sheet.
He does have a...
But that's true. He's going to shoot his crossbow
Alrighty.
at the one that's
At the floor, I think.
doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter where he's shooting it.
Yeah, he pulls it up, but it's not been used in a little while. You mainly do like sword.
He's young. It goes off early in his hand.
Oh, no.
Got his shot everywhere.
That is. Oh dear God. Okay. So that's Damien. Then we have Griffin. Griffin.
So this Gwydion is 60 feet in the air, yeah?
60 feet in the air.
Oh! Do I do silly things?
Yeah. They have never not paid off for me. That's all I would say.
Something inside of me is screaming to just be moderately sensible, and I just want to drown it in a river.
Yeah. Do it. Do it.
Let me just double check my channel divinities, and then I'll decide. Right, I'm going to healing hands myself. I'm not doing the crazy things, sorry, Lee.
Oh, you're so boring.
I know. I pumped 30 into myself.
You mean lay on hands, not healing hands?
Yes, sorry, I have both abilities. Lay on hands.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it takes me up to a good health point total. So that's my action. And then as my bonus action, I'll shout up at Gwydion, "Oi, bitch boy, catch this!" And I'll bonus action yeet a fireball at him.
Alrighty. Cool. He needs to make a saving throw. As a 28.
He passes. Oh, it's a good fireball as well.
Fireball flings up in the air, explodes. The sort of cloud and dust emerges. It looks fine.
Did you say what, sorry?
Cloud and dust and everything emerges, and he just sort of almost like just swings his sword through the smoke to just get rid of it.
Oh, so he took no damage, is what you're saying.
So you get rid of that.
Amazing.
So I'm not laughing. That's very sad.
It would seem that he is very, very quick and does have evasion. I didn't write. I'm going to say right now, I didn't write this stat one. I chose it, but I didn't write it.
I think you choosing it makes you just as liable as writing it, but there we go.
And so he's sitting there all smug, but
Yeah. Oh, I didn't write it, but I chose it.
Yeah. What's worse is I paid for it.
Well, at least you took some penalty for having it.
yeah.
I did. I do feel somewhat happy about that. Cool. So yes, another thing you've learned, this guy is very, very quick and does indeed have evasion. So fire erupts through the air. As you would also notice, actually, I would say that as your fireball does erupt through the air, all three of them look very angry. Almost as the fire is fizzling away, they are almost looking at the fireball and then looking around. And you guys are smart enough to try and realize that they're trying to make sure that nothing else has caught fire. They are very concerned. Very, very concerned.
I threw it in the air.
You did throw it in the air, so nothing caught fire. Kaiman. What you doing, Kaiman? You're right now, you're underneath the mushroom.
I will support my team So let's go up to there. And then I'm going to punch this lady in the face.
Sounds good.
I'm not.
You are not.
Yeah.
As you charge up through and just coil up this massive swing and just. And as she does, we can use her reaction, the golden reaction.
Hold on. I didn't like the way she said that. Can I use an inspiration?
Yeah, you know, I'll allow it. You can
Okay.
get an 18. That does in fact it.
Okay, but now I'm gonna bite her.
Jesus.
Head off. Damn it. I'm not biting her head off.
Well, I would say that for an inspiration, you would use the advantage roll. The advantage roll was, what was that, d20 plus 4 plus 5. So those 8 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1. So you'd use 8 plus 4 for strength. Yeah, plus 5 because your thing is that'd be a 17, which would still hit. 17 hits.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 1d6 plus your strength.
Why is this? The menu. It's plus strength 4. Not
9 damage.
Yeah, but take that.
Yeah, you sort of like almost go to punch her, and then you think maybe that's not a good idea. Bite down her arm, and she almost like she just screams, like there's like some kind of monster nearby, which there kind of is. Cool. If that's nothing else, Canon, then Felix. Felix, my dude.
Griffin didn't go in the area, did he?
No, he did not.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to step here and cast haste upon him.
Oh, give me the good shit. Give me the good shit.
Action. And then I'm going to stand here.
Coolio.
And I will use a bonus action to use my second wind.
Second wind.
Just
Second
gain
wind.
a smidgen of HP. As I might as well use it. Well, I've got it.
Cool.
Can we take a quick break after Felix's turn? Is that okay?
I
was going to suggest
yeah.
at the top of the round,
Sorry,
but
I did not realize the time. Yes, of course. We can take a quick break and we will resume play.
what did you do after you cast haste on me, Jojo?
I used a second wind and then moved into a
Oh,
flanking position.
fair enough. Cool.
time in getting back to the state of affairs. So Felix had just gone, casting haste on the party. How are you guys all looking? You guys still looking fine? Still looking pretty
You
good?
said a party.
Yeah, you guys are a party. You're a
Yeah,
party.
you only cast haste on one person.
No, JJ. It's on everyone.
No,
Ben,
no,
that's not Ben.
Cast haste on Griffin
I believe you said the party.
as a party. Yeah, maybe I did, but that's not what
Griffin and
happened.
Felix turn up. It is a party.
Yeah, how are you guys looking as a party? We're all looking pretty good.
Well,
I'm not
otherwise-
telling you. That's none of your business.
I can see your stat block anyway. I can just click on it and open it.
75%.
Luke, if you just say it with enough confidence, Ben doesn't know what you're going to do next and thinks you have something up your sleeve when you definitely don't.
Full health.
Yeah. No, don't lie about the health. You can see the health. Just say I'm on 2 HP, but it's not a problem.
Right. Well, it is Gwydion's turn, and he
This is a problem.
he's going to see. Yeah, he's going to see Galahad going after his sister, and Felix making.
Galahad has taken a vow of celibacy. He's not going after anyone.
And
He's just freaking out with it.
So he's going. Yeah, he's gonna.
JJ, what symbol do you normally use for haste?
Good question.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, he's gonna go after you too. So
Is that lightning?
Yeah, there's like a.
yeah, there's like a little lightning. Yeah, that'll do. Lightning fast, boy.
Oh, no,
So
is that
he's
one?
gonna,
Boy,
Oh, yeah.
go make an attack against Galahad and then one against Felix.
Oh,
So
no, do that,
first
okay.
attack against Galahad, which has advantage for flanking, is a natural 20 with advantage.
Oh, Luke, you're dead. Thank you for coming.
The other roll was 7. Plus stuff, but
if
that
you can
Do
physically
it, JJ,
see.
do it. You need
Silver
to.
Barbs.
Yeah, good idea.
sorry, Bobs. You get to roll again, right? And if you and then you
Yes,
get
he rolls and takes the lower result.
alrighty.
No. No.
I fucking swear down.
No.
I will even take
No,
a
please. No,
leave
please.
the fucking photo, not having touched anything.
Luke, is someone
sorry,
up there
Luke, I
has
tried.
it.
That fuck off. Because I've got this new
Good
phone,
idea,
it's
JJ,
like
that's
I
just
have
unlucky.
to like
Mm.
give permissions for fucking everything. Yes, I haven't touched my dice at all. Another nat 20. I'm very, very sorry, Luke.
He hasn't touched his
second-
dice, however, that is the loaded one.
And then the second attack would be on Felix, which doesn't have run. So let's just see. That'd be a 22 to hit Felix.
That misses.
Misses. All right. So the attack against Galahad. This is 10d8.
Ouchie.
So 11, 11, 12, 15, 23,
Right, get him back when he flies off.
23, 35, 35, 40, 45, 47, 53. That's 53 points of force damage to Galahad. Then he's going to use a bonus action to. Then he's going to use a bonus action to. Yeah, he's going to try and trip you up. So can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of quick math.
No, you're typing insults in the chat. That's what you're doing. Also, is your quick math you just individually counting down your 53 hit points that you just lost?
No, that's what I was trying to organise. Nice.
I've never had 2 nat 20s in a row. That was roll
What save did I need to make?
the dex saving throw, please.
Please. Please. Please.
25 definitely gets it after this heavy blow slashing down on you. He goes to trip you up, but you just manage to sort of raise your leg in between the sort of pain from this claymore slash, dodging out of the way of his sweep to the leg. Then
Hang on a second.
hanging on a second.
Yeah, I may have nothing for you, but I feel like I have something.
On your fight,
Who can hit back?
Ambyr.
I believe you do have a thing which can allow you to hit back.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I'm just trying to find it.
Reposed?
Yeah.
Repulsed?
It would be something like riposte or something like that.
When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction.
Make it with a weapon.
Lord knows he did not miss you.
Here you go, parry. When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use reaction and spend 1 spiritual dice to reduce the damage. That's not really worth it. Well, it is worth it. I need the health.
Yeah, so that would be rolling whatever your superiority dice is plus your dexterity mod. I don't know what your superiority dice is. Feel like
It's
the
D4. D8, sorry.
D8.
I have 4 of them.
Right. Roll a D8.
Seems legit.
Oh, it's a 4.
5. So you reduce the damage by 5. So instead of 53, sorry, it's 58.
Wow.
But my man's winning.
And then he's going to he's going to use his bonus action to just fly up again. You both get attacks of opportunity. Oh yes, you've used your reaction. So Galahad, you may make a strike if you'd like to.
Love to.
Actually, yeah, no, he is going to go up.
Smite.
20. Oh, what's his AC?
This level.
Depends if he's doing his
No.
parry warry.
He's going to do riposte, but that does hit.
Okay.
So, are you smiting on top of that, or are you just leaving it?
Yeah, first level smite.
First level smite is 2d8.
Oh yes.
11, pretty decent damage there. So that's 25. I'll feel a little bit of damage now. And now he's going to make a reaction. Ooh, that is 24 to hit you. 14 plus 10.
Actually, fuck off.
I'm very sorry. So that's 5. That's pretty. Yeah. 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 27 points of slapping damage. That's 4 standard humor.
Are you looking, Galahad?
Yeah, super healthy, man. I'm feeling my age now. You know?
What did you take there? 770.
Just over 70.
Yeah.
Yucky.
This guy is dishing it out, and you can see as he's like fighting, he's using his wings to sort of almost spin himself through the air with this massive claymore as well. It is proving to be quite useful.
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah.
Because I hit him.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Are you Sentinel?
Yeah.
Oh, get in the bin, you fucking wanker.
So, because you use Sentinel, he can't move, therefore you don't take 27 damage.
Oh,
because
look, that is immediately worth everything in the book.
he can't move. he can't have moved up. There we go. So give yourself back 27 HP. Second time that's happened now. Right, so finally, that's Gwydion's turn. Cathilian. Then,
Why is he giving back the 27 HP?
because he couldn't move to have Galahad make an attack of opportunity to have him riposte. If he can't move, Galahad can't make an attack of opportunity.
The attack of the opportunity is the thing making him not move, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because I hit him.
Sorry, that's a very good point. So, in fact, keep the 27 HP.
For fuck's sake.
Sorry, dude.
We call it that.
Don't get freebies here. Ben's paid for this pack. What's the other good thing you get from Sentinel? If even if an opponent disengages, you can still do it.
And when they hit allies within, you can use your reaction to hit as well.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers.
Looks like you on the ground, boy.
Cool. So then that moves on to Cathilian's turn, and you not letting him move has really just messed up quite a lot of what she was going to do. So instead, she's going to do something very, very different. She's going to rise up into the air, and she begins sort of pulling threads of sort of like purple magic and spinning it and twisting it around her hands. And as she does, so 3 creatures, and that's obviously going to be Felix, Galahad, and Griffin.
Counterspell.
This is not a spell. Or technically is, but it's a fey magic spell, not necessarily a human magic spell. So if your counterspell, you sort of almost like try and instinctively reach out for something. It doesn't lack on something.
Okay.
And you 3, so Felix, Galahad, and Griffin, make me wisdom saving throws as you hear in your mind, why didn't we make a deal? Some of your life for my eternal gratitude. It seems to be trying to charm you into making a bit of a deal.
Oh, boys.
We'll do this one at a time.
Can I use an inspiration point?
You can, but this is already technically
Advantage.
advantage.
Damn it.
On the thing. Yeah, because you would have rolled. Yeah. So we'll do this one at a time. So Galahad, can you roll me 3 of your hit dice? Expend 3 of your hit dice and roll them for me.
I hope high is good.
That's not what you asked.
God.
What's 13 plus 12 plus 12? 24, 30. Galahad, you take 37 points of necrotic. And expend 3.
You must be dead. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think that's what that wave is about.
Felix, can you expend and roll 3 hit dice? They can be any of your hit dice from your multiple.
Nice and low.
I'm gonna roll the wizard ones. 17.
You take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Luke, you took you're 2 off max damage there. That is ridiculous.
That is absolutely insane.
I'd like to say I never got those kind of rolls when I was rolling for his actual health.
You never get. And you can see these almost 3 motes of life from each of you begin to pass into other creatures. You see the 37, so from Galahad, life begins to transfer into Gwydion, and he heals 37 hit points.
Oh my fuck.
And what was yours? That's 17.
Yeah.
Goes into Cerulean. Level 16 now, gents. Things get interesting.
Ben, put your mug words away.
As a note,
if this effect gets cast on you and you don't have any more hit dice, bye-bye. So, Galahad is now down. Cathilian casts this spell. Galahad falls and she sort of smiles very, very widely.
Which one's Cathilian? Is it this one?
Cathilian is the mage over there, yeah, the taller mage. And he drops down. Then Cerulean's turn.
Question: before she went, Damo should have gone.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I realized before what? Why would Damien go now?
Because didn't
He goes after Galahad.
No, it's not Galahad's go. It's Cathilian's turn. We're still on the bad guy's turns.
Oh shit!
What did you
sorry.
roll the con save for?
Concentration.
Oh, sorry, that was
Sorry,
Galahad,
yeah, I
not
got
you.
confused because Galahad was making attacks.
Because Galahad's and stuff, and yeah, it's all very confusing.
Sorry, my bad,
Finally,
my bad.
Cerulean's turn, and she is going to do something a little more. Yeah, she's going to do something kind of funny. So she's going to look at Griffin and sort of go, I like playing tricks. And can you make me a charisma saving for Griffin?
I love these. I do this every day.
You feel this almost strange, transformative nature coming through you, and you feel this strange vibration in your hands, as if, and you can almost look down and you can see your hands almost like begin to shift, but then they don't. And by shift, I mean like shift shape. Like you can almost see like hair grow off the back of them, and they begin to grow quite hard and sort of tough, but then they and as a bonus action, she's going to disengage and fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over here. She doesn't like this big group of people now. Actually, she's going to go 35 again before the high there. And finally, that is their turn. Galahad, can you make me a death saving throw, please?
That 20 boy.
We haven't had one of these in a while.
Here we go.
Oh,
Galahad, unfortunately, as you this strange feeling builds up, you just hear this loud cough as Galahad begins spitting strangely purple blood. Weird.
He's dead already.
Through you. Damien, what's Damien doing? Damien's just seen you go down. Shit's hitting the fan.
Oh no, master. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kill wounds.
Damien runs up to you. Sort of almost grabs you by the hand. Restorative magic flows into you, and helps. He will help you pull back up. Nicely done. You're not back on your feet right now, but on your turn, just tick them. Cool. Galahad, you gain 5 HP.
Wow. That's nice.
so you're alive, so
That's pretty good. Cool. Griffin, what you doing, my man?
that shit sort of flew off the handle last round.
I did blow off the handle a little bit.
Griffin's just sort of looking around, and then he sees that good old floaty boys on the floor. It just cracks a little grin and goes, don't believe we finished dancing. Galahad's up now, isn't he?
Galahad is he's awake.
I'm gonna go here and
His eyes flutter open.
bring down the fucking might of Tyr on this
Cool.
boy.
You are hasted, so you have
3 attacks, baby.
3 attacks. Yeah, fuck.
An advantage on all of them. 19. Oh, gross.
19 reaction to riposte.
Yeah, +2 AC from haste.
Yes. What is my base AC? I feel confident of repelling this.
That is an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 is just 20 flat.
Oh yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
make-
Never mind.
Oh, now I'm angry. 26,
26 does hit. Yes.
12, and then I believe he just healed for quite a bit. So let's just take it right off him. 5d8. All right, Luke's small rolls have been better than mine. So if this could be a good 5d8, I would be great. Very grateful. 20, that's okay.
22. That's not bad. That's not bad.
And then we'll go for a third hit with Weave Cleaver. 30. Let's go. Bang. And we'll
He used one
go-
of the reactions on his turn, didn't he? And then he's used another one there, so he can't reaction again. Wasted him a little bit there.
so that's 34 and then 26.
So, oh shit, 117. Oh, then what are you doing? So it was 34 from that one, and then I believe you still get. No, you don't get another attack. They're both attack missed.
That's the one attack. And then as a bonus action, I will. I'll use my channel divinity. So as a bonus action, I will issue a challenge to each creature I can see within 30 feet of me, which I might as well do Cathilian and Gwydion.
Can you put it in the chat?
Oh, I've put all my things in there. So, is that the right thing? Or is that Oath of the Crown?
Yeah, that's the Oath of the Crown one.
Channel divinity. There you go.
Channel divinity. If you challenge each creature of your choice, wisdom saving throw failed, save the time willingly move. No, it technically doesn't say anything about charming them, so that you will have to make a save against it. And that's 16.
What's the DC?
DC would be your spell save. Is this your charisma?
Spell save 17, I think. Yeah, 17.
Cool. Yes. So each creature of your choice you can see within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. A failed save, the creature can't willingly move more than 30 feet away from you. The set ends.
So who failed that, Gwydion or?
Gwydion failed that, and I think the Cathilian needs to make that make that save as well, doesn't she? Because it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like 28. She's good.
That was wise. Well, more wise than her brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
my Griffin's. I imagine this is a noble thing for other characters, but Griffin's is just a barrage of insults.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we pixie fuck. Let's be having ya.
Simon, it is your turn. In front of you, you've just seen Galahad fall, but he's being healed. What would you like to do?
Simon realizes that healing is his job.
It's nice when that happens 6 rounds into battle.
Yeah, you know, he's just got that beast of. So how much healing has happened?
5.
Only 5 so far.
Okay. I will do a level. Wait, I can get some help on it. I don't really use level 7 spells. Yeah, it won't be max health, but it'll be a lot, hopefully.
Okay. You're casting level 7 heal.
Oh wait, no.
Before that,
You thought you just hit a 7.
can you make me a charisma saving throw as she's going to try Fey counterspelling your healing?
Oh,
I mean, that's just really. I'm sure that's against the Geneva Convention.
I feel like this boy is charismatic.
You need
Oh no.
15 to be No, I was about to say that clerics get proficiency in charisma saving throws, but
But what if I inspire?
even with inspiration, you only get 7 because inspiration is you get an additional roll like luck. So I'll say
Yeah.
roll again. That is your
Okay.
last inspiration point.
Oh, no, I have one left.
Okay. Oh yeah, you might still have some left over from the previous half.
Oh,
15, sadly, still not
So
enough.
DC,
oh my!
19.
he's within
That's
10
spells.
feet of Griffin.
Oh, he is within 10 feet of Griffin.
Stick close to your
Simon.
paladins, boys.
Paladin saved. Pull it
Simon,
back
here's
to
here's 4 points to your charisma. Remember my joke about the dead bird?
You feel this sort of godly energy pass through you as you're trying to make this save. And yeah, your spell goes through. Galahad, you heal 42 hit points. As it's almost like, I kind of like to think of it as almost like a defibrillator of healing. Sometimes as suddenly like a lot of your wounds begin to like suddenly just begin to close and things like that and heal up on you. Nice. That was intense, but well remembered, JJ. And good looking out, Clyman, for your inspiration. Cool. Is that everything on your turn, Clyman? Any bonus actions? Any move?
Yeah. Healing word.
You have cast a spell on your turn. You can't cast another one.
Ah, but oh. Okay.
You can only cast one spell per turn, so you can't do like a action spell and a bonus action.
Let me see. I think this is.
What do you think about that, Felix? Just ever think about what your turn is potentially going to be?
Are there any bonus action cantrips?
No, I don't think so. Not aware.
That's quite deliberate.
Yeah.
My bite was bonus.
Oh, see, Shillelagh
Oh, shillelagh.
and Magic Stone, which I've never heard of.
It's the same as shillelagh, but like
Pick up a rock and make it a good melee weapon.
well, make it a
Ah.
weapon to fling, so that wizards at low levels can like sling stuff with their slings. That's entirely what it's used for.
My bite was what's the word? Bonus, wasn't it?
Your bite is an action.
Oh. Looking at
No, you keep looking. We'll move on to Felix, but if there's anything else, if you do find a bonus action, we'll do it. We'll go.
Great. I am going to cast Psychic Lance at this guy in front of me, and he needs to make a DC 18 Intelligence save.
The dude or the
Gwydion, the fighter.
Gwydion the fighter. He needs to make a what save?
An
Intelligence.
intelligence save, DC 18. I
DC
feel like he
18.
is going to be the
Magic
least intelligent
resistance.
of them.
Yeah, with a 4 and a 5 on the dice, that's certainly going to be making the least intelligent of them.
Okay. So he is incapacitated until the start of my next turn, and takes 7d6 psychic damage. It's 21 psychic damage.
21 psychic damage.
Who did you use this against where you were just like burning their legendary instances?
The White Dragon Octothorn.
Yes, that was it.
That was
Just
the
bullying him
that
into
was
using
just
them.
bullying, because he was literally just in the air flying, and I was like, he can't do anything, not even legendary actions, because he can't take any action. That was very, very good. Yeah, so he is incapacitated. This wave of magic washes over him, and you can see in the back of his head this like light that's inside of his dome almost grows like extremely bright for 1 second and then extremely dim, and it just seems to sort of like emanate this strange amount of flashing from this when he takes psychic damage. But yeah, he's incapacitated.
Good shit.
Well done. Anything else on your turn?
No, I don't really think there's nowhere I can really move or get out of the way of stuff. I want to stick close to my paladins for saving throws anyway.
That's fair enough. Right then. We then go to Gwydion. He's incapacitated. He can't do anything. Does he get a save at the end of his turn?
No, he's just incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Or the start of your next turn. Right. Cool. He's incapacitated. Nothing happens. Cathillion, it gets to her turn, and she gets to roll a d6 to see if she gets that ability back. 1. Nope, she does not get that ability back. Instead, then, she steps out from behind this mushroom, looks at you all, and says, "Terribly sorry, brother, but you're just going to have to take this." And stretches out her arms. You can see from within her hand the sort of cold energy begins to rise.
Is it a spell?
Does appear to be a spell, yes.
Counter spell.
Counter spell. She's going to try and fey counter your counter spell.
Against my charisma save.
Yes, roll me a charisma save, Samuel.
Like I said to you, Benno, I fucking hate my bastards. I've been very cocky.
There's a 1 in everything, Sam.
I do this every day.
He does.
Yep. Fine. As she unleashes this magic, nothing happens. This cold builds up in her hands. And then as she tries to twist her spell, in fact, nothing happens. And she just, like, from this very, very, like, prim and proper stance, she just really just like shout for a minute and then almost goes into her prim and properness.
What's the plane that we all come from called?
The material plane.
Okay, I'm going to say to her, you should try that material plane magic. It's much better than your face shit.
I like that.
Burn.
Then she's going to... Oh, sorry. What level counterspell?
3rd.
Roll me a charisma check then, please.
What's the DC for this?
The DC for this is 15.
It's just straight charisma, yeah.
Straight charisma, yes.
15. Come on. Way.
16. There we go.
I did fine there.
Yeah, it's just a touch.
There we go. In which case, she is going to just sort of dip back behind here. Actually, she's going to fly up on top of here. So if this mushroom is about sort of 15 feet tall, she's sort of hovering just above it at about 20 feet tall. Yes, she's like 20 feet in the air. And because no one's fucking using it, she's going to drop concentration on it's plague because it's just not new now. And annoyingly, it's not a spell you can move.
What a shame.
I can't delete the circle. That's fine. Not going to worry about that. And Cerulean is going to look back here and just yeah. So go on. She's going to run forward 10, 15, 20. Well, I say run, I mean hover, fly. And she's going to look at Felix and she's going to say, "You're being a really bad man to my brother." And she unleashes magic towards you. Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please? You have advantage. This is a magical effect.
Remember your bonuses. Oh dear.
Roll me a d6, please, Felix. To your watch, as suddenly Felix is stood there, and he's sort of like almost cocked your head a little bit from this spell, and then there's a sort of fuzzy vibration on your head, and you realize your facial features go a little bit numb, and you're not quite sure what happens. To everyone else, you watch as Felix's head transforms into that of a donkey. And as Felix, you try and, you feel your head, you realize only your head is that of a donkey, and you try and speak. There's just this.
I think that's quite fitting, really.
It's a spirit animal.
This is a beautiful
Sorry.
room.
You're probably something very quick and agile, like a leopard.
Felix, you cannot speak, and whenever you do, you bray like a donkey. This means you cannot communicate with other creatures via speech, nor any spells that require verbal components.
Touche.
Ah.
Okay, get out of that one, bro.
Cool. And then she's just gonna laugh like way too hard at that as she just sort of steps back, sort of over here. Yeah, and that's gonna be her. Not the most damaging round of theirs. Really not the most damaging round of theirs. But there we go. Galahad, it is your turn.
I wonder what Galahad's going to do.
Half your movement to get up to your feet, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'll say Damien's sort of like helping pull you to your feet, so you can take 5 feet off of that. So I think it's like 15 feet. You can only use 10 feet to get back to your feet.
Right, sweet. Can I lay on hands without using an action?
No.
How does that work? Is it a bonus action?
Lay on hand is a full action.
Have you action surged yet? No.
No.
Yeah, you did.
You could action.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no,
Action
you didn't.
surge.
You could action surge, heal, and then get to attack still.
Mm.
It's just not a bad idea.
And again, you do potentially know that there is the mother waiting around the corner at some point.
I'll take a short rest with all the hit dice we have left, apart from people who got assaulted. People who had their hit dice turned into weapons. Are we alright to make this the last round of combat? 'Cause it's probably end about past.
Yeah. I was going to say that anyway.
So end it with a kill, Luke.
Do it.
Okay, right, I'm going to lay on hands. 54 points of healing.
Whoa. Also, he can't riposte, I don't think. So you're all good.
What's 47 plus 54?
47.
102. No, 101.
Yeah. I say, yeah, I couldn't figure it out that fast.
Cool, and then action surge, and I'm going to attack this boy.
Cool. Sounds good. Roll for it.
Gosh. Yeah.
Because he's incapacitated, I should take off the
Right.
flying.
Turns level.
Bring in here. Yeah. 13 damage. 23 damage.
And we go again.
Oh shit. Here we go again. Yep, 20 hits.
First level smite. 9. Boo.
It's not bad.
It's a.
Yeah, you can definitely see now this. It almost looks, it's not like blood, it's like this strange tree sap trickling from his many wounds. And now his mouth, as you're hitting him, and he's obviously, he's incapacitated, so he's like reacting, but he just can't, it's almost like his brain is muddled and everything's just like too much for him to bear right now as you just slam these 2 vicious strikes into him. Anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions, any movement? Or are you happy where you are?
I'm satisfied.
Then we go to Damien. What's Damien doing?
Is this lady above us?
Yes, she is on top of this mushroom, 20 feet in the air.
Right. He's going to use his crossbow to try and shoot her.
Cool. Roll hit. 22 does in fact hit.
Nice. And you can only attack once with the crossbow, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. That's Demo. Griffin.
Demo's seen some shit since he started flying around.
Yeah. Just a little.
Griffin.
I will. What will I do? This guy, how's he looking? Gideon.
Pretty dang hurt right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
This incapacitated thing. He's like, yeah, this tree sap sort of drooling out of his mouth and his many wounds, and also not from his wounds as well. Like the sort of like gaps in the bark, it's just trickling out.
Well, do you know what they cut down trees with? This is 32 to hit.
32 does in fact hit, yes.
15 damage, and then
Damage.
I'll do a level. I was just looking at my spell slots. I was like, "Fuck! I've rinsed through these boys." So we'll do a nice tame second level smite, and that's 3d8, 13, 28 damage.
28 damage. Let's do some maths in my head here. Yeah. Griffin, how do you see yourself taking down the incapacitated brother Gideon?
Light chopping down a tree. Like these are just thick chunks, taking chips out of him, and yeah, just eventually one that sinks a bit deeper than the rest, and just lodges right in there, and just sort of watch it crumple.
Yeah. Lodges in there, pull it out, and as you do, it sort of like lurches his body to the side. He falls, and then is almost like, in a rather sort of strangely poetic way, his butterfly wings almost like fall over him and almost cover him. And you can just see the sort of strangeness as they wet from the blood, or the sap, I should say, sort of pouring from him. Immediately you hear the like screaming cry of both sisters as they are just immediately horrified at what's happened. But that's your first attack, Griffin.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Can I see the lady on the mushroom?
I would say from your angle you can, but she's going to get a bit of cover. She's going to get like half cover from the angle. If you were to move back a couple of feet, then you'd be fine.
Because so I've got my normal attack, which is 2 attacks, and I've got my hasted attack, which is just 1 attack.
Yeah.
Would you allow that to be my 1 attack?
No, your hasted action comes after.
Okay. Right, I'll aim for Cerulean with a cantrip then. I'll hit with a firebolt.
Yep. Cool. Roll for firebolt.
Oh, that's weak sauce.
Yeah, 15 unfortunately isn't going to hit. You can see it sort of, it would have hit, but it almost bounces off this strange magical armor, like a sort of mage armor, breaks over her shoulders. But that does miss. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I haven't used my bonus action, but that's okay.
Cool. Kaiman, finish us off strong, buddy. What would you like to do?
More heals.
More heals. Who needs the heals?
That's a good question. I wish there was like numbers on the names.
You must be a lot better now, Luke.
I'm 2/3 health.
How's everyone else looking?
What's your max then? I'm 97 and 112.
151. That's my max. Yeah.
I thought it was I thought Galahad's health was shit at one point.
I buffed it. Took a feat.
3/5 of mine.
Oh.
I'm just like perfectly fine. I love the tip-top shit.
Yeah, Ivan hasn't been hit yet. He's been too busy trying to bite people and all sorts of stuff going on.
I say this with the
You do.
best of intentions, but it's funny that Ben's brother is the one who doesn't get hit.
Well, compare his measly like 5 damage of biting to your smites and your spells and everything so far.
I don't see the point of what you just made.
Right.
Anyway, Ryan, what are you doing? Finish it off strong.
I don't know. Who needs heals? Wait, isn't there like a? I've been trying to find it. But I can't. I'm pretty sure I have a spell which could like healing around me.
Healing around you.
Yeah.
There's Aura of Vitality, which gives you a bonus action to heal in a radius around you every turn. There's
Yeah, I
Mass
think-
Healing Word, which will heal multiple people as a bonus action, or there's Mass Cure Wounds, which will heal multiple people for an action.
Me too.
Aura.
Aura of
Yeah, I
Vitality
think-
is third level.
Yeah. So you would spend your action to cast it, and then as a bonus action for a minute, you can dole healing out to people.
Yeah, sounds good.
So you spend your action to cast it. Who are you giving your first bit of healing out to?
Oh, don't give it all out at once.
Why is it so bad?
Or vitality is good over like a break normally. I think it's not bad in combat because you can just keep people up and alive. But
Who's that to, Ryan?
Where was lowest, I guess.
probably Felix, I think.
Yeah,
There
I'm 3/5
you
so
go.
mine.
Yeah. Felix, you regain 4 HP.
He's still 3/5 of it.
And with that, we will call the session. First of the triplets is slain, it seems. Galahad briefly went down, but the rest of the party is looking okay. A lot of resources spent. It does seem that these triplets are pretty hardy individuals, but we'll see how this progresses next session then. Thank you all for joining me this week. I hope you enjoy this much more combat-y session of the Feywild as we move ever closer to the path of the Forest Grove. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. See you guys next week.